Take it to the head. Yeah.
We couldn't just like move the tables a little bit.
Take it to the head.
We're back. I may sound a little tired. I'm gonna try to pick up my energy.
This nigga just made himself tired. Did you peep that?
Nah, I'm tired.
His voice was way higher when we were talking.
I'm gonna pick it up, bro. It's a marathon, not a race. I mean, not a sprint, right? You know what I'm saying? I can't burn myself out. But we're back. You feel me? Back with the guys. You know what I'm saying? I missed you too. Y'all ain't miss me?
Not too much.
Niggas. Relax.
We tried to make an episode without you, but
What happened?
Oh,
What happened?
we'd rather not say.
yeah, bro, it's just a lot.
Damn.
But
Okay.
yeah, man. Then we tried to do the episode yesterday, and you.
I was.
Let's be honest, you lied, bro.
No, I did not lie. I was pretty busy. Nigga, I came home. Nah, I'm not about to air my business, but yeah, but like, bro, I was busy, bro. I did take a ring check. I was busy. But nah.
We're here, man. We didn't do what week are we on? We're on week 5. We didn't do week 3. So we gotta recap the last 2 weeks.
4.
Yeah, we didn't do week 4.
You
But
said
we
we-
didn't recap week 3 either.
Oh.
Just gotta, you know what I'm saying? We'll just talk about what happened in the last 2 weeks of football. But how was Mexico?
Mexico was good. Did a lot of drinking. My body is upset with me. I'm tired. I'm sick. So if I'm like breathing heavily on the pod, please excuse it. I got tissues to blow my nose. Don't worry, it's not COVID.
There's no hard tissues. Them joints gonna give you like a little burn, like a little.
Yeah, but it's what I had, so that's what I'm gonna have to use. But nah, Mexico was fun, bro. Everyone should go to Cancun at least once. I did not know. Like my sister was like, that shit's like Vegas, cause like they be playing the music like outside the club, like the strip is just loud. Like, I never experienced no shit like that before in my life. That shit was crazy.
Never been in neither, so.
For real. Yeah, I mean, Cancun was my first time. I've never been to Vegas, so. Yeah.
Right. Damn, bro, I was gonna say, man. Yeah, did you miss your flight?
Which one?
Which one?
Like returning or going?
Returning.
No, I didn't miss my flight. It just got delayed.
Oh.
Yeah, my flight got delayed, so I got home pretty late. I don't know why, but going because of that hurricane bullshit, I had to like reroute my flight.
That's not missing it. That's just rerouting.
Yeah, but yeah. Let's get into it. Recap of week 3.
I forgot what even happened in week 3.
Ah, shit.
Let's just recap what happened recently.
Okay.
You can go first. You don't want to go first? You want to talk about your game?
So you want to talk about week 4?
Yeah.
I said let's talk about what happened recently.
I mean, you would have to be there to understand what happened, because I don't know if you could have really seen it on camera, but refs cheat. If we're gonna be honest. I mean, people will say otherwise, but if you watch the game, there was a couple times on a I would say what could have been our game-winning drive, where the refs missed face mask calls.
You gotta explain who you talking about, bro.
Well, the Baltimore Ravens, yeah, of course. But let's say this. I would say, John Harbaugh, you gotta just put the game in Justin Tucker's hand, and then believe in your defense. Cause I think if we just took that field goal, we could have held them to at least a field goal to go to overtime or made a stop. So we gotta stop playing for it all. Like, it's not the Super Bowl every week. Like, you can play conservative and still win.
Yeah, sometimes that going for it stuff when it comes.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves it. He loves to go for it. I knew it. I was in the stadium calling and everybody was like, kick the field goal. I was like, he's going for it. He's John.
What do you think that is? Do you think that's a lack of trust in the defense, a lack of trust in the offense, lack of trust in
that's his
Lamar, or
coaching.
just
That's his coaching way.
style?
He's been doing that his whole career. That's just how he is. You got 4th and goal in the red zone. He's gonna go for it. Why not? If anything, that's not a lack of trust in your defense. That's some more as if I trust my defense to give me the ball back.
You don't like. I mean, I feel like I don't know, bro. It's one of those things where, like, it's hindsight. You feel me? Because when you go for it, you get the joy. He's a hero. You know what I'm saying? He's aggressive. But then there's gonna be times with that same philosophy, I guess you're gonna look at as being too greedy, or, you know what I'm saying, that style being too aggressive and not conservative and not ensuring that you win the game. So, I mean, it is what it is. I feel like he fancies himself that, like, when I go for it more times than not, I'm gonna get that shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's his mentality, and that's probably how he feels. The analytics could be there as well.
Yeah. But you feel like it should be case by case, and then in that certain scenario.
I have Justin Tucker.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
I'm not playing with. It's not Billy Cundiff. It's Justin Tucker.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those guys that's gonna go in the Ravens' ring of honor. I'm alright with him kicking a 23-yard field goal.
Yeah, I know that loss disturbed you. What's your record now? 2-2.
Yeah, but it's fine. It's early.
It's definitely still early. I didn't say that to
2-2 hurts nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't say that to say, like, you know what I'm saying. I'm just asking. Yeah, no, it's definitely early.
I think a funny stat is I saw this stat earlier today. It said the Ravens are 2-2, but the only two games they've lost, they've only trailed by 14 seconds.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that's nasty.
It's like a game of margins, bro.
But I think
I still don't think I should have lost that Miami.
so the John
Either
Harbaugh
game should have lost the Miami or Bills game.
the John Harbaugh thing, I wasn't surprised he went for it.
Somewhat of the same situation if you watch either game.
I wasn't surprised he
We
went for it.
were whooping. them.
I will be honest, I did not get to watch too much football.
We were whooping the Bills. Like, we were whooping them, controlling the game throughout, and then we just didn't score.
Yeah.
We did not score.
I forgot what I was gonna say, but anyways, I think the biggest thing is, I mean, the John Harbaugh thing. I don't really have a problem with it. I think it only looks really bad because obviously, it turned out to be a pick. I mean, instead of them getting the ball at the 2-yard line, they got it at the 20 because Jordan Poirier made a great pick.
But, pick the ball.
Yeah, so it moved it to the 20, and then obviously, I mean, I feel like I would have went for it because, I mean, you still had Josh Allen on the other side, and they, from what the highlight showed, it looked like they were moving the ball better in the second half. In the first half, they only had 3 points, but in the second half,
who was?
Can you attest to
Josh
that?
Allen.
I can't honestly agree with James. I don't think they were moving the ball at any time during the game, but I would say they were getting way better field position from their defense and special teams. So you could say that, but I mean, all in all, I would say Josh Allen didn't even play well. A couple of amazing passes at the end of the game because he is a great player. But all in all, throughout, I wouldn't say he played well that game.
I mean, to me, that's like, I'm not saying he played well, but to me, like, it's still Josh Allen with 4 minutes left. If we kick a field goal, like, still Josh Allen from basically the same place he got the ball, driving down the field. Like, essentially the same thing could happen. They could have scored a touchdown and whatever. But yeah, I just feel like it only turned out bad because you guys turned over the. Like, I don't think John Harbaugh was thinking, I'm going to turn over the ball.
My point being, I believe any elite quarterback at the time would have made those same plays to get downfield. So yeah, we left too much time on the clock, and with it, yeah, like you said, being an interception. Anybody would have sat there and said, yeah, any elite quarterback's going to get down the field and get that field goal. He only needed a field goal. it's 20 up, I think. You feel me? So it wasn't something like, it wasn't like we put fire on him and nothing. Like, it was a simple task for him with that much time left.
Damn, you
and interceptions. So
no, I just had to fix my Damon Judy before.
No, I'm just joking. But I think the bigger problem is I feel like as a Ravens fan, I would feel like the bigger problem is like, why the fuck do we keep blowing these 17 or 21 point leads? Or like in the second half of these like games that you guys are leading. I'm not concerned that you guys have lost your last 5 straight home games because obviously, what's it called? Huntley was a quarterback for like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
But like, I think I'd be more concerned with like all right, so like when you guys are dominating these games, why in the second half you guys like obviously teams make adjustments and whatnot, but like not being able to score like during the Miami game, did you only score like what 3 points in the second half?
Yeah, same thing we did this game. It was only 3 points in the second half.
So I feel like,
but I will also say this, like I honestly really do feel like you would have to be there to. I feel like I didn't see Bateman in the game much the second half. He had one target, dropped a slant, which I thought was a good pass and he should have caught. I saw a lot of sightings of Robinson, who me personally I don't trust as much. When we got players like Duvernay, and I don't see enough targets going to Mark Andrews. I don't know.
And we are back. We were having some technical difficulties. I apologize. I think our last topic was about the Ravens. Did you want to finish up your idea or your thought, or?
I mean, all in all, with the Ravens, I would just say it's early. The giving up blowouts, we'll fix it. Mm-hmm. Give us time. Actually, more and more that I watch us, like I told y'all in the earlier pod, I believe I said if Lamar doesn't play, we're looking slight. If Lamar does play, the ceiling, there is none. You hear me? We riding with the roof off.
I mean, I'm not worried about the Ravens. I was just saying, as a Ravens fan, like I think that would make me concerned because like 17, 20-point leads when we're dominating the game, just I don't know. It's just concerning is all. I mean, can it be fixed? Yes, obviously it's early in the season. It's just I don't know. I think I'd be like, why are we blowing these leads?
I mean, I feel like learning to dominate is the first step. So the fact that we're dominating 3 quarters is fine with me. But learning how to finish, it's a bit easier down the line because now you just learn how to time management, which was actually been one of our like things in the past. So I think we can get there. We'll get to the point where now I mean we're getting fully healthy. We didn't have our big back being Gus Edwards, who just came back this week as well. So you know that's a guy that'll run a lot of time down. You know, you run people over and play within the tackles.
How was I didn't get to watch the game. How was your running back playing? How was the run game, period?
Our run game is getting better. J.K. Dobbins is looking a lot healthier. So it's really just and actually J.K. Dobbins got outplayed by Justice Hill. Justice Hill had an amazing game before he, in the middle of the open field, he pulls his hammy. Focused, okay? But, you know, at the end of the day, you have Lamar Jackson, who's amazing on his feet as well, and makes the plays that, you know, you just don't see out of people. So, like I said, it's still in a loss, there's a lot of uplift. And that's all that matters to me. You know what I'm saying? If we look good in a loss, I'm open to it. We lost to the Bills. That's somebody that was favored for the Super Bowl. That's perfectly fine to me, as long as it's not a loss to a team like the Jets.
I don't know why you like keep saying that like that's like a significant factor. I told you
I gotta attack the Jets once.
That's a great segue.
Talking about it. We're about to enter a different podcast. The ZW podcast. The Zach Wilson podcast, man.
Zach Wilson's back.
Zach Wilson podcast. 1-0 with Zach, man.
Hey, I think I seen that man Gritty though.
You seen it?
I ain't gonna lie. I had the Jets. I wish we got to do our pre-picks. I had the Jets over the Steelers, honestly, because like I told you, if it was Zach or if it was Joe Flacco, either way, all you had to do was sling versus the Steelers. They're playing with a conservative quarterback. The Jets defense is pretty good with the defense they have, and as conservative as the Steelers offense has been. This is what I predicted. Kenny Pickett came in the game, wasn't even ready for what the fuck the Jets defense had coming. Because the Jets defense, to me, top 10. But that offense, even with Zach Wilson, don't get too happy, bro. 6 games max.
All right, so that he's taking my prediction that I told the podcast would have, but niggas were telling me we would have less than 6 wins. But it's okay. Niggas were telling me.
How many wins y'all got right now?
We got 2. We probably
one by Joe Flacco, one by Zach Wilson. So I mean, I probably said something around 4.
Yeah.
Did you watch the game?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, of course not. I was at the Ravens game.
I was at the Steelers.
I was at the Ravens
Jets
game, but I also was watching the.
You were at the
Redskins
Steelers versus Jets game?
Yeah, I went to the game. I went to the game and I watched it live.
I left my game.
Great. I had a great time.
he's talking crazy because I left my game and he was talking like Zach Wilson had the most amazing game. For me to look at his shit and Zach Wilson had like a 60 passing rating, fucking was through 50% on his completions. Like the nigga still played like shit, but James had to be so happy about how he finished the game, and I love that about James. He only cares about the last drive.
Yes,
that's all he cares about.
Okay.
In anything with football, he only cares about the last drive. Who cares about the rest of the game? Last drive made it happen.
Can I talk now?
11 for 14. Oh, cute.
No, okay. So what actually happened, if you were watching the game, Zach Wilson evaded multiple sacks from the Steelers. If we had Joe Flacco would have been a sitting duck waiting for the Steelers. So Zach Wilson did help us
He would have made a play.
Help us with that.
Playmaker.
I promise you we would have lost that game with Joe Flacco. Anyways, I didn't think Mitchell didn't play bad, but yes, he is too conservative. But it was like, if you were at the game, after we got a field goal, and then after the second stop. So the first stop it goes right through Deontay Johnson's head. Mind you, Deontay Johnson and Chase Claypool were non-existent the entire game. I don't know what it is. It's definitely more than just Mitchell Trubisky is wrong with the offense. Like, their offensive line is garbage. But
Mitchell's finished, by the way.
Mitchell's a journeyman. I'd have him as a backup. Yeah. If you need a backup, Mitchell Trubisky should be your backup. Like, if you need a backup, you can have Mitchell Trubisky as your backup. Yeah. He's gonna manage the game.
Part time.
Yeah, but a starter now. But like, Mitchell wasn't he's just too conservative. He goes to check downs. He doesn't really he doesn't try to push the ball down the field. But anyways, Zach Wilson. So Zach Wilson, he threw a terrible pick to end the first half, but we were up 10-0. So he threw a terrible pick to end the first half. His second pick goes right through Coughlin's hand, and it's intercepted by Minka. What else? Garrett Wilson dropped 2 passes. Breece Hall dropped another pass, and then you had the Coughlin obviously dropped pass that turned into an interception. So those are 4 drop passes right there. I'm not saying Zach Wilson didn't miss some throws, because Zach Wilson definitely did miss some throws. He missed an easy screen to Garrett Wilson, and he missed like 2 other throws that I can't think of off the top of my head. But besides 2 or 3 missed throws, every other ball was catchable. And you evade pressure, and you gave us a chance to win the game. And we were down 10-20, heading in the 4th. They're playing Renegade, mind you. And the percentage of the Steelers after they play Renegade is I think they win 80% of their games at home, or something like that. Some crazy number. So he comes down and he has 2 great drives, by the way, not just 1, 2 great drives, and he wins the game for us. Don't try to make it seem like Zach. If you look at stats, they don't tell the full story, because Kenny Pickett didn't even play that bad. He throws a jump ball to Chase Claypool. Chase Claypool doesn't fight for it. LaMarcus Jordan makes a great play, and I think it was Whitehead that came over and intercepted it. His second pick, it was his fault. Even though it does touch both of Pat Fryermuth's hand and it gets tipped up, he should have just either checked down to Najee Harris, or he should just threw the ball away, because time was on their side. And then the third pick is just a Hail Mary pass at the end of the game.
Is it through 3 picks?
Yeah, he threw 3 picks. But when Kenny Pickett did come in at halftime, you could tell that the Steelers responded different, and they had a different energy about him. So Kenny Pickett should definitely be the starter, as I've been saying for the last couple of weeks on this podcast. He should definitely be the starter for the Steelers moving forward, and I know they made that adjustment, but Zach Wilson had a better game than what the stats or whatever your QBR bullshit is saying. Like I said, drop passes and interceptions hurt that drastically.
I'm gonna let y'all go ahead.
I apologize. I wasn't there to see it. So he may have had a better game. But he's not saving you guys. That's all I'm saying.
I think we have a lot of
niggas that's some trash.
That's what I'm saying.
Also, another thing I didn't point out, we're down 4 down linemen. We're on our 4th string left tackle. We're on our 4th string left tackle. We're missing our right tackle, obviously, with Becton. The offensive line is not there, but I do love our skill position player, Garrett Wilson. You did drop 2 passes, but Garrett Wilson, when he does catch the ball, is elite. Elijah Moore had one of his better games this year. And I finally found Corey Davis this week.
I fuck with Corey Davis.
Corey Davis, he's a solid receiver. He's not a number one, but he's a solid receiver. Breece Hall had some good runs, and I like our skill players. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, Joe Flacco.
And then our defense, I'm most proud of our defense. Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed. I'm excited to see how they play against the Miami Dolphins, even though it is against Teddy Bridgewater. But I am excited to see that.
Joe Flacco's not getting out of this though.
I agree. Not this Joe. I don't know.
He threw it out of bounds, man.
Well, you throw it away. That's what you're supposed to do.
But no,
I hold this more about your turn. Let's talk about the Cowboys and the Commanders.
Did you watch that game?
Any takes from the game?
No, y'all played Sunday. So y'all playing Sunday during my game.
It was Sunday afternoon.
Well, it's Sunday at 1.
It was 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
it was 1 o'clock.
Yeah, all our games are at 1.
yeah, I watched it I kind of got to watch bits and pieces of it. I didn't really get to like. I was on the television. Like we were at I think someplace eating where I got to. Oh no, we were on a fucking boat. I didn't get to watch none of that shit.
Okay,
I got to watch highlights though.
So I got to watch their game.
Can you tell me? Do you really believe what George said?
How are you able to watch the game? Do you have it on your phone or something?
Oh, not me. My boy O is a dedicated Redskins fan.
I'm sure.
It was raining on us while we were watching the game, and he still had the Redskins game up the whole time while we were watching it.
Do you believe
he would not miss a play?
That they had a chance to win and all that extra stuff?
That the Commanders had a chance?
Yeah.
The Commanders had many chances to win. There was many chances where you were down one possession, driving downfield, and just made that one mistake that led to either a punt or a turnover. Which is, you know what I mean, which is Commanders' history, but you also couldn't point the fingers towards guys like Wentz. You know what I'm saying? But
it's Wentz!
It's not something I don't want to really...
Oh, that's because he screamed like that.
I mean, it's Wentz.
I don't want to but it's not on me to point fingers. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave that to the Commander fans and players. But all in all, the Commanders had many opportunities, but it's like McLaurin's not there. Is he not open? I don't know. They don't show enough. They don't show enough receiver. They don't show enough. They don't show enough receiver stuff. So I don't really get to see how strapped he's getting.
I saw a clip where he got five yards of separation on.
That's what I'm saying. But I also do not think it can't be only on him. He's not getting enough targets because as we've seen in the past, he doesn't need to be open to make a play. Give him the ball. Give him a chance.
Who's their offensive coordinator? Does anyone know?
I don't know and I don't care.
I think George said.
Don't know and I don't care.
George said he's good.
Throw the ball up to McLaurin a couple times just because he is who he is, and I feel like he solidified his own name. But that's not how they're playing. They're not playing like he gave his own name.
Get rid of old dude.
Which guy?
Oh, Ron Rivera.
Ron Rivera.
They should.
Hey, his go for it. That's what I'm saying. Like that go for it shit works for certain teams. Like we have the type of team you can do that. But Ron Rivera, that go for it shit and not kicking field goals is pitiful. If you don't believe in your kicker, get a fucking kicker you believe in.
At this point,
it's the Redskins. You need every point you can take. When you're leaving too much points on the board. I think there was at least 9 points left off the board. At least 9. So it's like you're not even giving yourself a fighting chance.
And that's why, because I was told that they had a chance, right? There was chances, I should say. And that's why ever since I've gotten home, all I've been trying to do is I've been tuned into NFL Network to see if they're like replaying the game. Because watching a highlight and then watching the actual game, the flow of the game are two completely different things.
You don't get to see the momentum change or anything.
You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I just really wanted to watch that, but I didn't get a chance to. But off of highlights, highlights tell one story. And that story was it looked like the Cowboys just cooked them niggas. You feel me? It looked like in key moments, CeeDee Lamb made plays. It looked like in key moments.
Hey, who is the cornerback for the Commanders?
I don't know.
That motherfucker was getting cooked. I mean, baked.
I mean, they've never had good corners.
I don't know, like 20E. I don't know. Pac-Man Jones was talking about it. Someone else was. Shannon Sharp was talking about him. Darius Slay was talking about him. getting fried. Not Darius Slay. It was who's the cornerback? Who's the cornerback on the Broncos when they won the Super Bowl? Chris something.
Chris Johnson.
Chris Harris.
Harris Senior.
Yes, Chris
Junior.
Harris. Yes.
Junior.
The nigga, he from Kansas. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah. I mean, hey, like I said, you guys can go back to the earlier podcast. I told you exactly where our wins were going to come from.
Well, I did not think you were going to beat the Bengals.
I did not think we were going to beat the Bengals. That's a consolation. But I told you exactly where the wins were going to come from.
I mean, the ones that he said that were going to come in that game. So to say he said there would be maybe a couple of outliners, the Bengals was one of them.
I think going into this game, I do think they've opened up the playbook a little bit more for Cooper Rush. But I ultimately do think. Well, I'll give you guys my prediction when it's time to give you guys my prediction.
All right, so let's say. Obviously, I just saw that Dak wants to come back this week. I don't think y'all should let him come back. Obviously, Dak's gonna have his spot back. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you were the head coach. Well, obviously we know.
I haven't told the pod, so go ahead and ask me.
I'm just saying if I were the head coach, like for example, if Jacoby Brissett, granted he lost this week, if Jacoby Brissett was like 11-1 by the time Deshaun Watson came back. I would not switch to Deshaun Watson mid-season. So if Cooper Rush was like 7-1 mid-season, I'd be like, listen, I don't want to mess up a good thing. We 7-1, like clearly this is working. But I don't feel like the problem is Dak Prescott. I feel like the problem is when Kellen. They try to get too pretty. They try to get too cute. Yeah, when Kellen
keep that shit not simple, but keep that shit, bro. Quadio, I always say this shit when me and you are around and we're watching football, bro. Football is not that hard. Like when I'm not saying playing, but I'm talking about the X's and O's of things, bro. Football is not that hard, bro. The same shit that works.
Abuse what works,
bro. The same shit that works will always work, bro. Football is not that hard. Playing complementary football will always work. Football is not that hard. So when organizations try to get too cute and start doing shit, like I always see with the Cowboys, that shit make no sense to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you were saying with not with Kellen Moore, but with Cooper Rush being in the game, they've dumbed it down. And just like it works. Do it. And that's how it needs to be. Now all of a sudden when that comes back, y'all niggas want to throw 45 times a game? No.
We have two great running backs. Run the ball, force them to bring the defenders in, then spread the ball by throwing play action deep.
Is this shit a soap opera?
We have super fast players at receiver that can get open. I mean, but if you want to make them work every down because they know we're going to pass the ball, yeah, of course, players like CeeDee Lamb won't look as great. But we have to abuse the fact that we have running backs like Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott.
I mean, bro. Like I said, bro, the shit is not that hard.
It's not rocket science.
It's not rocket science.
I could be the offensive coordinator for the Cowboys and get them to at least 12 wins. That's how easy it is. It'd be a problem if you don't get 12 wins with that Cowboys team and as weak as their schedule is.
Yeah. I think also we underestimated. Well, maybe not we underestimated
the defense.
But we not the defense.
Oh, okay.
The defense is OC. Obviously, the defense is better than what I expected it. I'm not gonna lie. But I realized Michael Parsons was nice. I didn't know he was gonna be this nice already this season, like the second season. This nigga is a game record. But I was gonna say the first game that Dak played was against the Buccaneers. So I was like, and the Buccaneers are top five defense.
That's a horrible literacy test.
And then so Cooper Rush has faced different types of defenses. Even though the Bengals defense is good.
They've been making mistakes throughout this season so far. So,
but they're like one of the top.
But they are pretty good though.
And it's like go ahead. I don't know.
Go ahead. No, you're fine.
And it's like just like going off of. You said okay if he goes to continue on to win 10 more games and stuff like that, then okay, yeah, we may have to look at something. And they start to open up the playbook more, and he's executing and he's making these throws at these times. We may have to consider it.
We trade Dak and get better positions, better players to put us in a position to be a Super Bowl team. If Cooper can give us the same production.
Yeah, you can.
That's what I was trying to say in the chat.
It just doesn't hurt. It's like I would love to ride with Dak and win the Super Bowl because that's somebody we like to see. But if I can get players to put us in position,
don't get what's the name off of fool's gold, because we've seen niggas like Case Keenum.
Kirk Cousins.
We've seen niggas like Kirk Cousins. You be like, oh yeah, we could do this. We could pay him less.
Nick Foles.
We've seen it time and time again.
Nick Foles never got his chance after he won the Super Bowl.
Yes, he
didn't deserve it. He got chances before that.
He
played for the fucking No, Nick Foles. Didn't he play for the
Journeyman?
He played for the Rams. He played for the.
He played for the.
But I'm just saying. Some players work better in different systems.
What I'm saying is, don't get caught up in fool's gold though, because like, who's this? Are you guys confused? Do you think that? I don't for a second believe that if Dak Prescott was in the game against the Giants, that we wouldn't have won. I strongly believe.
Foles, man.
Don't believe for a second that. Don't get it fucked up. Like if Dak Prescott was in the game with the Commanders, we would have won. These are all things that I know for sure that would have happened. Bro, go look back on it, bro. Nigga, Dak Prescott is like 10-1 against the fucking Commanders. And like 7-1 against the Giants, bro. Them niggas aren't good. So the outlier game is the Bengals. You know what's gonna happen?
You know what would be funny?
We'll see.
The first game, Dak come back. Let's say y'all are undefeated.
Nigga, it's funny. The first game, Dak come back. Watch it be some tough ass team that we playing.
Man, watch it be like some weak ass team like the Lions and y'all lose. I'm not gonna say the Lions are weak because they're actually the highest scoring offense.
They scored 35 points a game.
And and Jared Goff is also leading the highest scoring offense for the second time in his career.
Scored 35 points a game.
It's crazy, and he didn't have St.
I'm just saying,
they can score.
You're a stat guy.
The Lions can score.
No, I just don't like that he's trying to put respect on Jared Goff.
Jared Goff is playing better this year.
Like no, because he shat on Jared Goff to make Matthew Stafford look better. Because like, Jared Goff was a problem. Look, they got Matthew Stafford on Super Bowl. But I always thought I like Jared Goff.
I said that too.
No, you don't. Not really, bro.
I just said that.
He said
that was one of those like moments where he was just trying to sound good for the podcast, but he don't really like Jared Goff.
If you're
to catch him, he always says Jared Goff must have been the problem. But when I never felt like that was, I mean, you
Mike.
What's up? It could have been Robert Woods. Robert Woods go down. OBJ is a better playmaker. It could have been that. It could have been they had fucking Von Miller. Jared Goff never had Von Miller.
Sean McVay didn't like Jared Goff. He didn't trust him.
I don't care who he liked. I felt like Jared Goff could have got it done with that same team.
They brought Matthew Stafford. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's said.
Disagree.
It doesn't matter what's said. They brought in Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford won a Super Bowl.
Cool.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to say. There's nothing else to say. There's nothing else to say.
Stafford might had to miss the playoffs this year if he don't step the fuck up with his.
They're only 2-2, bro.
Yeah, 2-2. They're 2-2 because he won't pass it
to who? Allen Robinson?
Colored brothers.
Oh man.
He was passing it to OBJ all last year.
That was last year. He knew OBJ went down. He was like,
"Bro." You also used to pass it. He used to pass it.
He was like, "Hey,
he was passing it to Robert Woods."
Hey, man, you were a cool brother, man, but
he was passing it to Robert Woods too.
All right.
Yeah.
So don't make it seem like
it's like no, I ain't gonna do that because Van Jefferson as well.
Calvin, he loved Calvin Johnson, but it is Calvin Johnson. I can't lie.
I'm about to say come on, bro. Did he really love Calvin Johnson? He probably the reason why his body hurts so much. Like,
now the Lions.
He definitely is. 3D.
Wait till he got 4 people on him.
81, you there? Fuck it.
But no.
Would you not?
I don't believe that the stigma of what they're saying of Matthew Stafford. But my thing is, I feel like he does at all times find a favorite receiver and continue to hammer him down, like you said.
Hey, that's
Calvin
what won him the
Johnson,
Super Bowl.
Cooper Kupp. It's just how he does.
So
he likes to hammer
his true distributor of the football.
No, this is not. He's not Aaron Rodgers. He's not. He's a guy that just gives it to his best guy.
Jones Jr.
You know, like he'll give it to his best guys. He'll give it to the guys that are proven.
But they didn't win him a Super Bowl.
But if them niggas aren't there, then what happens?
It won him a Super Bowl.
What happens is, since we're recapping week 4, is 49ers versus Rams. That's what happens.
Niggas
Because
watch it on the play.
if your offense gives no push and your defense has to sit on the field, your defense makes more mistakes.
Are we going to act like the 49ers defense is not the second best defense in the league?
The 49ers defense is pretty good, but the Rams is supposed to be a high-powered offense. Like,
man, you keep putting niggas at the second position. What's your
which one's first?
Yeah, who's first?
The
who's
Eagles.
3, who's 4, who's 5?
The Eagles
The
are the
Eagles
best
is
defense
first.
in the
Number 2 is the 49ers. Number 3 is...
Number 3. If I had to give
I think
one,
it's the Dallas Cowboys. They lead the league in sacks, I think.
nah, the Dallas Cowboys are in my top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
the Cowboys in your top 5. What's the other two in your
What's
top
the other two
5?
talking about?
The Bucks,
The Bucks.
The Bucks,
defense is
okay,
very
cool.
focused.
and I do like the Bills defense. Personally, that's me.
Did you already say the 49ers?
The 49ers are second best.
Okay.
We'll be heard with that 5. I'm not mad at it. But we're not here to rank defense.
Defenses today. But, yeah, I mean, y'all want to move on? What y'all want to move on to next, bro?
Wait,
What's up?
you said you wanted to talk about somebody this week.
I'm not even sure who he's talking
Oh,
about.
Pickens.
Pickens.
Who, me?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about our standouts.
We're gonna recap week 3 and 4. We have to talk about NFL young boy. Okay?
I said,
That boy Pickens is the true number 1 for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I agree.
I never thought Claypool was a number 1.
Well, no,
he was already outshined by Deontay Johnson. And the reason why I don't believe Deontay Johnson is a number 1, because he's not exactly a Tyreek Hill type of slot receiver, but he can be a super effective receiver. So I believe for them to become the team that they can be, they had to find their franchise quarterback to replace Ben Roethlisberger, because I'm not exactly sold on Kenny Pickett, but I do believe George Pickens is the receiver they need to put their back on.
It's not Claypool.
It's George Pickens.
It needs to be Pickett to Pickens.
If you use George Pickens as the number 1, Claypool will have his 1,000-yard season, like his best season when Juju was the number 1. If you remember, you know what I'm saying. Claypool, I don't think is somebody you want to have slays on him and Jalen Ramsey's and even Patrick Peterson's. You don't want those guys that are dogs on Claypool. You want him to go against the second fielders that maybe are good, but he'll make the play on. So I like he said, the interception versus the Jets. The ball touches his hand. It kind of just looked like he gave the ball up to the defense. If you can't make the catch, pat that bitch down. But that should have been the play he made. Number 1 receivers make that play. So it is what it is.
Can I ask you something about the Steelers real quick? Well, both of y'all actually. So the Steelers, obviously, their next couple of games are the Bills, Bucks. It's Bills, Bucks, I think, and then I think it's the Eagles. Do you guys think this is Tomlin's first losing season, and this is this season is chalk for him? I'm asking basically.
This was bound to be Tomlin's first losing season before the season started. We all knew. The quarterback controversy at the beginning of the season was going to be the cause of it. Me personally, I do feel like he could have solved his own problem. This could be a little controversial, but Colin Kaepernick could have fit with the same Pittsburgh offense and gave you more than Mitch or Kenny Pickett. In my opinion, they're not much better than what you have now. But they are. They can make those small plays. That's all I'm saying. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen Kenny Pickett get to play a full game and get to play as as the game plan quarterback. But I also would say, I don't even know what Tyrod's doing right now.
Tyrod has a concussion right now.
I'm just looking at the available quarterbacks. What available quarterbacks in the free agency?
I would have got
as good as your team is, with as good as your team is right now. If you wanted to see, what do you have to do? You have to get a quarterback.
You know
who can I get a quarterback for damn near free that can get me to at least the playoffs? If that's what we want to do right now.
They should have went and got Jimmy G.
That would have been a great thing they could have did.
Because niggas allowed, bro, fuck that. Niggas allowed the 49ers to hold one and keep one.
And it was smart. For the 49ers, it worked out perfectly.
They did.
It's something they needed. It was smart. So at the end of the day, we can't fault them. I don't even think they would have truly traded Jimmy G unless they got like something that was like, oh yeah, shit, fuck, like for free.
Shit, where my nigga, what's the name at, bro?
The grass ain't always greener on the other side.
Bring in, what's the name? That nigga come over there and cook. Right? What's the name? Fuck.
Yeah.
Heineke, Taylor Heineke.
Nigga, he's still at the Redskins, bro. He's not cooking, bro. Stop that.
They need to put him in instead of what's his name?
They'll play Sam Howell before they play Taylor Heineke.
That only makes sense though.
Go look at the depth chart.
That's hate.
That only makes sense.
Hate.
No, that's not hate. It literally only makes sense to play Sam Howell before you play Taylor Heineke.
Because we know what Taylor Heineke gives us. We don't know what Sam Howell can give us.
But to your defense, yes, you could have gotten Taylor Heineke before you got Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah. Facts.
Could have got him for free.
You would have got Taylor Heineke.
A bag of chips. A bag of chips.
Taylor Heineke would have went over there for $2 million. Easy.
Less.
Probably.
Like,
Yeah,
no,
but, what's the bet? Is he a vet yet? Is he considered a vet?
He's considered a
minimum? You could ask him a vet minimum.
He done played in Minnesota for a couple years. He done played in Carolina. He done played in Washington.
I think they only count Carolina and Washington though. Because I don't know. I think you have to play a certain amount of games.
Okay, so I would say this though.
Or be on the roster, I should say. Go ahead, sorry.
Fuck what I was about to say. Well, Taylor Heineke, I feel like Mercedes is very lost in that situation. Fucking lost, okay? Because if you think Taylor Heineke was gonna come over and do better than what Kenny Pickett or Mitch Trubisky is giving you, like, all you're saying is you want the opposite. It's like you don't want a conservative guy, you want a guy that's just gonna try to do it all for no reason, and that's cool. But I'm sorry, Taylor Heineke is just not a starting quarterback. We're talking about guys that can start in the NFL. None of them
can start in the NFL.
They could have got Teddy Bridgewater.
My first name was Tyrod Taylor. Fuck that.
But you're naming guys that are already under contract. All right, but I'm trying to name guys that you could have got
are starters.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Stop it, bro.
Bro. What's the name starter?
You started talking about Cam like Cam played, like when Cam came back, he played on the team with weapons. You're talking about Cam with George Pickens, Claypool, and Deontay Johnson, and Najee Harris. But you're talking about Cam with who was on the Patriots when Cam came back? Who was on the Patriots when
in like 3-4 years, bro?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
So if you call me outlandish as that, then why can't that say Taylor?
That was pretty outlandish.
From what dude, baby? That's all that was.
That was a personal pick.
That's all that was.
And
That's
pride.
a personal pick.
Ain't nothing personal about Kaepernick and me. But look, I mean, we are both actors. But look, I will say this. With Kaepernick, his arm cannot be as bad as a Heineke's, or can be just as good. and his feet can be just as good. And what we've known is his IQ. I look at his football IQ. He was able to will the 49ers to a Super Bowl appearance before they met the great Baltimore Ravens.
That IQ might be dead now. The game is so different nowadays.
And he's watching the game. I'm saying it's not that much different. He was always he was one of those guys I would say, as they talk about pioneer quarterbacks, no cap, Colin Kaepernick could be considered one of those guys. RPO.
But okay, my biggest gripe is you said Cam Newton, bro. Come on, bro. We don't need to see that story no more.
Okay, we don't. I don't care what you say, Cam Newton.
Sorry, Cam.
Cam Newton's better than Mitch and better than Kenny. If I'm talking about a guy that really wants it, he doesn't care about what nobody says. He really wants it, and he has the guys that can give it to him. Cam Newton is one of those guys.
Is Cam better or is he black?
He may not be better, and fuck the black shit. It has nothing to do with that. He's more proven.
Okay.
I'll give him that.
That's fair. I feel you.
I'll give him that.
I feel you. Well, can I get my shit off?
Because they try to bring. You see, they try to bring Cam back to the Panthers last year, and that shit was. The niggas was hyped for the first year.
Wait.
It was hyped for the first year.
He had no McCaffrey.
Oh!
Why do y'all keep doing guys in bad situations like that?
This is a bad situation. They have no offensive line.
Wait, the offensive line is not.
It's bad.
Okay,
it's bad.
It's pretty. It's not. It's
pretty bad. Claudio, I saw it in person. It is bad.
It's pretty bad, but also I would say this: their schedule is not terrible. They're still in the AFC North, but like I was trying to say, he has weapons. Cam hasn't played with this many weapons since he was on Carolina on his first stint.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm trying to say. Like he's weapon heavy. Whereas if they can still be I wouldn't say a run, because I think their run block is not bad. That's what I was gonna say. I don't think his line is terrible, because I don't think their run back is terrible. Block is terrible. I think their offensive coordinator is not exactly the best with what he had, because I don't think he fully understands what he had, and that's why George Pickens wasn't in the right position beginning of the season. Because just off of fucking watching their training camp and all the workouts, I said, come on, bro, we knew what George Pickens was, but did we see him much in the game one?
No.
Or even two, really?
You know what it might be though? Ben Roethlisberger said it. He said, "Listen, it's not just Mitch, bro. It's the offensive coordinator."
That's what I said though. I feel like he's not really doing what he can with the weapons he has.
That is true.
So, Ben Roethlisberger, you're a dickhead for even talking about anybody. You don't have no rights to talk about anybody.
All right, I can get my shit off. I don't know what happened.
We have a personal.
You gotta
know
you gotta stand out though.
Yeah, I gotta stand out, bro.
Yeah, it's from the Cowboys.
No, it's not.
Where's he going?
Making sure this shit is on.
Bro, you gotta walk to the other side though.
I'm gonna
he walked to the right side.
I'm
What's
making a
up with
fucking
this
announcement. Testing 1 2 1 2 3. Baker Mayfield.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield.
Wait, did you watch the game? No.
He's looking at James.
Baker Mayfield. You're fucking ass, bro, and I can no longer endorse you. I've endorsed you since the day you have stepped in this league, brother. You feel me? I have endorsed you. I have everything they say about you. He's not focused, this and the third. He's not a student of the game, this, that, and the third. His arm strength, the lack of seriousness, lack of cohesion. When he was at the Browns, I backed this man 100%. Baker Mayfield, I am no longer backing you. You are officially ass in my book, bro. Let me tell you why, bro. I'm gonna tell you exactly. And you're gonna cue this video too for me. This shit. Listen to the sound. Listen to the sound. Cue the video.
Right, just send it.
Cue the fucking video.
Wow, that's crazy.
This man went 22 for 36, 197 yards, 62 quarterback rating, 2 picks, 9 deflected passes, bro, at the line. Come on, bro. This nigga, you gotta give me something better, bro. Like, damn, bro. Damn, Baker.
All right. Now I want to say something.
What?
I agree. Baker has been playing like ass. You can't defend how he's been playing.
Bro, he's been playing like ass, bro.
But listen. I'm not.
What happened to last drive? The only thing that matters.
No, he played like ass. What do you mean last drive?
No. I'm saying this last game where you say he's been playing like ass. He's played pretty well in the fourth quarter in other games.
He has played. I said no, just the first game. That was it. This is the first game. I said he played bad the first half too. But listen, I think Baker made a huge mistake.
What was that mistake?
The mistake was I think he should have just stuck it out and stayed with the Browns. Even though Deshaun was coming to take his spot, I think he would have
raised his trade value
Yes.
and got a chance to play in a better situation.
Yes, because the
Panthers sentences because it's like he's in my head.
I mean, it's true. He could have did that.
He would have had 11 games under his belt. He would have won.
Himself.
I thought personally he could have got at least 8 games under his belt.
It's ego.
8 wins under his belt, and then say, you know what? Trade deadline's coming. Your guy is on his way. Get me up out of here. I don't care what you get me out of here for. But put me in a situation where I know I'm gonna play.
I truly
Go to
believe.
the fucking Steelers.
I truly believe.
Boom.
Boom.
I believe. If Baker,
Let me tell you what happened.
If Baker's on the Browns,
Let me tell you what happened.
They're 2-2 or they're better.
Let me tell you what happened. Bro.
Same concept as long as they run the ball.
Baker being ass
It also makes him look better.
Yes.
Baker being
does look better.
Baker being ass also has to do.
They probably lead the division.
Baker being ass also has to do with deprived confidence in his playing style. Like I can tell he's not as confident.
Don't they lead the division?
Who?
The Browns.
Dude, no, y'all all tied 2-2.
But they're 1-0 in the division.
Oh well, man.
Or maybe
He's playing with
they're 2-0 in the division.
He's playing with
Who else
deprived
they beat?
confidence, bro.
Oh no,
Listen, he's
They
playing
beat
with
the
he's
Bengals.
playing with deprived confidence. If he stays with the Browns, maybe He has a couple wins under his belt. He has a little bit more confidence. You're playing with a pep on your step. I mean, look at Jared Goff. That's a man that's playing with confidence right now. We know what Jared Goff. We know what Jared Goff looks like when he's not playing with confidence. You feel me? Right now, Jared Goff is a player.
And that's because McVay didn't like him.
Okay, regardless, nonetheless, he's playing with confidence right now, and he's looking good. If Baker would have stayed, stuck it out, I feel like there would have been at least a little bit more confidence in his playing style, and the way he plays, and the way he managed the game, and the way he controls the game. You know what I'm saying? But
I think it's also comfortability. He would have been in a system that he already knew, and he would have been playing with players that he's already familiar with. So instead of getting a fresh start, and with already being disliked coming into the locker room, you would have been somewhere, maybe if you're not exactly wanted, you're still somewhere where you're comfortable. So being comfortable, it's easier to show guys that you belong where you are. You know what I'm saying?
It's
so
like
putting himself in this fire position, in my opinion, not being the best number one pick. You know what I mean? Like, he's still a serviceable quarterback. He was just picked at the wrong time. So what they expect out of him it's kind of outlandish, especially being a guy that I wouldn't say accidentally, but took a team that hadn't seen the playoffs from 20 plus years to the playoffs. So now it's like, okay, we expect you to do shit like this every year, Baker. You know what I'm saying? And then he's too quick to disappear or make mistakes. So it's just.
Sorry, he took him to the playoffs, and you know what I'm going to say. He played for torn labor the entire next year because he was on a contract year.
I mean, I play football. James don't play football.
Everybody
plays with a torn label.
My rotator cuff.
Not
everybody
plays. Quarterbacks.
I don't. My quarterback in college played with a torn label. And my running back played with a torn label. My starting corner played with his torn label. My running back still to this day pops his shoulder out. You know what I'm saying? So
finish the story. He got his torn labrum fixed, your quarterback, and what happened the next year?
It had nothing to do with his torn labrum. He was in with the wrong guys and he didn't work as hard and lost his position to a freshman.
But what happened the next year?
He lost his position to a freshman.
But the next year he won.
He what?
You told me he won Division II Player of the Year.
That's not the same quarterback.
Oh.
Yeah, see, the freshman that took his spot ended up winning Division II Player of the Year the year after that as a sophomore.
He never would have torn his labrum. We never know.
We never know, I guess. But his situation had nothing to do with his injuries.
Until
he was still a good quarterback, but it was his work ethic.
But to wrap my shit up, but hold on, to wrap my shit up, bro.
I'm saying he can play with
Baker Mayfield. As of right now, you are a part of the ass community. Pause until further notice.
I have to say another thing.
Go ahead.
The Panthers keep bringing in different quarterbacks. They brought in Teddy. They brought in Sam. Now they brought in Baker. And all of them
I watched Teddy cook.
Have failed. No, you did not. When did he cook? When did Teddy cook for the Panthers?
I watched Teddy get off.
You did not watch him get off. Nowhere.
You didn't watch Teddy get off?
You watched Teddy get off?
You didn't watch Teddy get off?
So why did they get rid of him if he was getting off?
Teddy didn't get off with the Panthers. He got off with the Vikings.
With the Vikings?
Yes. That's before he tore his knee into 20 different pieces. Sorry.
He started the season off like.
Sam started the season off 3-0 last year, and then it went miserable.
He did okay with the Broncos as well.
But I think the Panthers' biggest problem is
not too bad.
Yeah, not too shabby.
What is that? What is it?
Not too shabby. He threw for 3,733 yards, 15 touchdowns.
What was his record?
Give me a second.
That's not how you gotta look at it.
Niggas don't. What the fuck? A lot of niggas can throw for 3,000 if they just throwing the ball when they're down. Blake Bortles threw for 3,000.
He was 4 for 11.
4 and 11?
Yeah.
4 and 11. That's why they got rid of him.
How do you start off the season though?
Why does it matter?
No, you went 4.
Anyways, the biggest problem I have with the Panthers is I think they should get rid of Matt Rule. Matt Rule has to be fired. It's too predictable. His offense is too predictable. He needs to go back to college and just live that way.
3-2. First 5 games.
They just need to live that way.
You know,
3-2.
First 5 games, 3-2.
And then he went 1-4.
6 games in a row, taking out.
Exactly.
Something like that.
So it's not the quarterbacks anymore.
You didn't have Christian McCaffrey.
It's always they don't have Chris McCaffrey.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
Yeah, don't do that. I think that's the year he did have. Then that's like that might have been
Christian
2K.
That's what I think. Christian McCaffrey went 99 overall that year.
I think that was the year he went fed on the ass.
Fed.
But all right, Mike, it's time.
Let's do week 5 predictions.
Yeah.
Who do you
Was that
guys
your
think?
announcement though? Oh,
That was my announcement.
my other announcement. My boy Jetta's back, man. Finally, cooking Marshawn Lattimore. Jetta's back, man. You just know, we have to get it. It was a little slumpy
Let's
slump.
pray for consistency.
It was a little slump.
consistency.
It was a little sophomore slump, but that's the extent of our sophomore slump. Jetta's back, boys. Hey, best Jetta's yards, man. We back in.
All right, so let's get this thing rolling. Colts versus Broncos.
I have the Colts.
That's hard for me, but go ahead. I'll go last.
No Shaquille Leonard, no Jonathan Taylor, Broncos.
What's your?
I got my money on Mo. I trust the Colts.
I trust-
Not because of
I
Mo,
trust
because
Mo.
I do believe
I don't
Naheem
trust-
Hines is good. I do believe Naheem Hines is a good running back.
Okay.
I trust Mo. I don't trust. This is number 12, Matt Ryan.
Matty Ice.
Matt Ryan. What's his name?
No ice.
No ice.
Not like Kurt. Y'all saw him in the video.
But I'm gonna go with
That's
I'm gonna go with the Broncos this game.
That's gonna give me a head watch. I'm telling you.
Giants versus Packers. I think it's unanimous.
I'm taking Packers.
Taking Packers.
Packers.
Cool.
It's not unanimous because what he thinks is unanimous.
Daniel Jones has a sprained ankle, so yeah, it's unanimous. And Tyrod Taylor has a concussion, so.
That's what I was more as if thinking. I said not unanimous because the Giants can't win, it's because of the situation.
I mean, I knew that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say.
We have to speak on that.
Huh?
I said we have to speak on that.
Speak on what?
We can't just
okay.
You can't say it like the Packers run over the
okay,
Giants.
okay.
Like we're talking about the Giants.
Packers still working out some
And when we're
games.
talking about top 5 defenses, and my top 5 has the Giants defense in
Giants
there.
defense is pretty solid.
Stop. They're 3-1 off their defense.
Ooh, Lions versus Patriots. Both 1-3. No, I did. I'm going down the list.
Your list looks different.
Lions versus Patriots.
Me personally, with Mac Jones still out, the Lions, Jared Goff is going to get his opportunity to show how high power his offense is and still put up 30 plus points. And if his defense is able to just hold off the likes of Devontae Parker, they'll be
I don't
fine.
know, my boy Bailey Zappi was looking okay.
He was.
He was looking alright.
He was, but it's not like somebody I believe that's going to just cook
If
every
I know
week.
anybody to neutralize anybody,
Bill
Just-
Belichick
here-
did neutralize Jared
here
Goff
we
for like
go.
6 points.
Here we go with this Bill Belichick neutralize, but he hasn't neutralized nobody yet.
I think it'll be too much for the Patriots.
You neutralize Mitch
quarterback.
Trubisky.
Huh?
I'm about to say that's not neutralizing. We already talked about it. Game managers can't be neutralized. They do what they do.
It'll be too much for the Patriots. I do have.
I want to say it's going to be
that
too
averages
much.
35 points.
I want to say it's going to be too
Yeah.
much for the Patriots,
Yeah.
but the Lions' defense is it's tough. They give up the most points and they score the most
as a
points.
defense,
But I do have the Lions
as
as
a
well.
defense, bro. If you guys aren't able to rally behind that you're playing a backup quarterback, you want to expose the
It's
fuck out of
unanimous.
it, then I don't know what the fuck.
I don't know.
I
Bailey
believe
Zappi might be the guy.
Come on, bro. We have
Mac Jones might have
hot
just-
picks coming, bro. It's a hot week 5. Let me hear 'em.
Chargers versus Browns.
This is what I wanted to hear.
Chargers versus Browns.
We have a broken rib, Justin Herbert, no Keenan Allen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're still. No Joey. You know what I mean? Like the line is dwindled.
Miles Garrett's back.
Myles Garrett's back this week. Nick Chubb is playing like Nick Chubb. Kareem Hunt is still there. Amari's eyes is wide open, always open.
Yep.
You know how he does. Cool. The game is in Jacoby's hands.
So fuck up.
And it is. It's on Jacoby's hands to fuck up. And I am still going with the Browns because I do believe Justin Herbert and the Chargers will make enough mistakes for the Browns
Will Justin
to
Herbert
just
play?
finish the game. Yes. He's
Yes.
going to play every game.
Just last game.
My source, my NFL source. Where is he going?
I'm just checking this.
I swear to God, this is a real NFL source. He plays me. He thinks when I say I got a source, it's a fake source. My NFL source has let me know People play with cracked ribs. That's natural. That's not just like oh, he's a warrior thing. Like they will tell you, okay, your ribs are just cracked. Play, especially as a quarterback. Like it's like if it's not severely cracked, they'll tell you to play. As you've seen from the plays he's made with cracked ribs in the last week, he's good enough to fucking make these goddamn highlights. Mm-hmm. So he's good enough to play these next couple of weeks, unless he has some major hit that dwindles him some more. So yes, Justin Herbert will be playing, and I still have the Browns because I think Justin Herbert does need Keenan Allen to be able to really pull out what the Chargers offense can do. Austin Eckler had a large load on him, and with Myles Garrett back, I don't think Austin Eckler will be able to get off like he does. I don't think Justin Herbert will have the time like he needs.
I feel like the Chargers defense steps up a little bit. My boy, Derwin James. You feel me? He's gonna come through in the clutch
and do what? Tackle Nick Chubb?
No, I think he's just gonna be a game record, bro. I think.
And I'm saying you don't understand. Nick Chubb controls their offense.
I understand.
So what is he about to do?
I understand that. Like, I feel like if you're as a defense, if you're able to keen in on Nick Chubb and potentially not, I won't say even stop, but to slow it down. You feel me? And put the game into Jacoby Brissett's hands, then you have a chance. And if you have a chance, I'm backing Justin Herbert to utilize that chance.
Because I do think the DBs the Chargers have is Jesse Jackson playing this week?
I think so.
J.C. Jackson and Asante Samuel Jr. Yeah. If you put the game in Jacoby Jones. Yeah. Jacoby Brissett's hands. Yeah. I believe those DBs are good enough to make plays to get you a win.
That is a real life Ravens fan. That nigga said Jacoby Jones. I heard that name.
I'm always thinking about the Ravens. Hey, look, Jacoby Jones, as slight as people may think he was as a receiver, you know what I mean? He's one of those guys that will always go down as one of the greatest Ravens.
Oh snap! You know what's so crazy? I was rewatching a little video of the Super Bowl they won. Bro, I was looking at Jacoby Jones' game. Like that game, he went off, obviously.
Very complete game.
Bro, this nigga, I forgot that Joe Flacco won Super Bowl MVP. I'm like, damn.
You forgot that?
Yeah, I mean, I knew he was a Super Bowl MVP, but it's like, damn, the way Jacoby Jones was hooping in the Super Bowl, it's like, damn.
If it wasn't Joe Flacco, it would have been Ray Lewis, not Jacoby Jones.
That's so weak.
But nah, but that
I may be mistaken. I'm not sure what game, but that could have been the game that Ray Lewis had 14 tackles. So
it could have been.
It's like
Jacoby Jones, though, he got a kick return. He had like an 80-yard touchdown.
I feel like Joe Flacco. It was Joe Flacco's flawless play going into the Super Bowl and then being able to win the Super Bowl after being down. We were down.
Wait, in what game?
In the Super Bowl, were we not?
No, y'all were busting their ass and they came back.
Oh, I thought the lights flickered and we came back. I may be mistaken.
Nah, the 49ers almost came back and y'all gotta go.
So what happened to the lights flickered? We ran the ball.
The light. No, he returned the joint. Jacoby Jones returned the joint and the lights went out because the nigga was too on C. He was too on C.
No, that shit was fake.
Hey, but
I got the Chargers.
Taking
the Chargers.
Let's go, man.
Texans versus Jaguars.
Browns, baby.
Jags.
I'm taking the Jags. I've heard something about the Texans culture, bro. I heard like over there, bro, it's not.
Something's.
I'm out on Davis Mills.
I've heard that
a lot. I've been hearing that. Like,
this is the game that
I
don't really take the Jags much, but this is the game I think I had to take the Jags.
Yeah, the Jags. They go 3-2.
Falcons, Bucks. I'm taking the Buccaneers.
Of course.
As the Buccaneers get more healthy, Tom Brady has a fire lit on his ass after losing last week,
and he's about to lose his wife too. Potentially.
Oh, he's gonna bust the ass.
He's gonna.
Hey, listen, bro.
He's losing his wife because he went all in for football.
I saw a little.
Yeah, she probably wanted more family-oriented life, and he was like, you know what? Because he retired twice.
Here's the thing.
In a sense, retired twice. Kind of like, I'm giving football. He's like, you know what, baby?
Here's the thing.
I need to go play.
So
she's like, I'm tired of shit. Is it football or is it me?
Here's the thing. It's bigger. I think it's bigger than just football, right?
It may be.
So the rumors that we were hearing, right, was that after Tom Brady's career with the Buccaneers,
I ain't hear no rumors, nigga.
No, I'm saying.
Before
this, my source. Y'all forgot the rumors about Tom Brady going to Miami and playing for the Dolphins?
I thought that was yeah.
All right, let me get hit then.
So my thinking is because he wants to stay in the league because there might be an ownership opportunity for him.
Yeah,
And
I do believe that as well.
Coming, bro. And
I'm not saying anything.
And when niggas like LeBron, when niggas like, you know what I'm saying, all these other athletes are becoming billionaires, and Tom Brady has not ever been able to capitalize on being the best NFL quarterback ever there is.
I don't remember him ever being the most paid quarterback.
Anything. He's not
at no time in his career.
At no time in his career.
Let me ask you a
question. So I think
most successful quarterback, but he's never been the most paid.
No.
I think the reason why he's doing this, he's gonna finish up his contract. I think the Miami Dolphins are gonna sign him on a 2-way deal where he's like a GM or I just think there's something working in the background.
He'll be a player owner.
Yes, and I think that's what's bro.
So
and I
get rid of Tua?
Bro,
I get rid of him. So now that we're on that subject, and then we'll pause the picks. I believe Tua should retire. I played football for a long time, and I know many people. I know many people that played as well that have gone crazy on me. You know, we won't say names, but CT is real. Like it's cool to say, all right, he can take a year off, take 2 years off, but to take major hits back to back, it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but he will feel it. He will feel it, and it will affect his life. So if he gets out now, he'll give his brain the best chance of recovering as much as it can. He doesn't deserve to take any more hits because life is more important than football. I don't care what anybody says. Even if he's never rich again, has no legacy, he should stop playing football for his life to mean something. If he wants to live a full life.
That's a hot take. I think.
I'm just gonna be realistic. We know he's not gonna stop playing football. That's something he loves to do. I'm presuming. I'm just presuming. I don't actually know Tua, but I'm presuming that Tua loves to play football. If it was my son, yes, I do agree with you. I do not want him to play football. I honestly don't want my son to play football in general. But I mean, if I'm not gonna stop him from playing football, if that makes sense. But for Tua, I don't think he's gonna stop. I don't think he's gonna what's it called? Stop playing football. I feel like that's something he loves. That's just like
cheerlead.
What?
Gymnastics.
I don't know what you're saying, but anyway. I don't think Tua's gonna stop playing football. And
I was talking about the sports your son's gonna play.
Here's the thing, bro.
Okay. Yeah, it's like he's gonna be miserable. I feel like that's the same thing with Tom though. He was at home and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna retire. And you know, you get home and you're like, all right,
sucks.
Your whole life is different now.
Yeah.
Because you've been playing football for 20 years or 10 years or whatever how long. You miss the guys.
And to finish up what I'm saying is like, if those rumors are true about him being a player owner, bro, you know what I'm saying? Being the owner of anything is always gonna be a different level of finance. Like to be an owner of anything, especially a football club, bro, or a football team, that financial freedom is way extensively different than being the best quarterback to ever play.
Yeah.
Or any of that. That shit creates generations after generations after generation.
And if you actually paid attention to Tom Brady, since leaving the Patriots, he's done a lot more marketing and putting his face out there. So
if you're my wife,
cares about his legacy.
So that means if I'm a football player and you're my wife, and I'm like, all I need is a year. All I need is like a year or 2 more years, and then it creates like.
But I think this could be a perspective situation.
Yeah, it could be all.
It's like I've give you
so many years.
But you're picking everything over me.
The family.
It can be family and
it's the kids, bro. You're not watching these kids grow.
At the end of the day, bro, come on, bro, because it could be that as well. Because you see guys like Drew Brees who honestly could have kept playing, but chose to take the family route, you know what I'm saying? Chose to pick family over football. So it could be that as well. We don't exactly know what's going on in the house.
But that's just my speculation.
We're going to sit here, you know, and we're going to poke the bear. We're going to get your minds out here like, you know.
I'm trying to tell you, man, that nigga was sitting at home bored as fuck. I was trying to explain this to Alexis. She was like, you know what she said? I showed Alexis this, and she said, good for her. I said, good for her.
Yeah, because nigga, he probably not beating like how he should.
He's not
doing what he should.
Nah, that nigga need a lip. Wait, hold on. What?
Put that shit on.
Wait, what?
What?
What? Oh, this nigga.
Nah. Steelers versus Bills, please.
Bills.
Steelers versus Bills.
Bills. We're taking the Bills.
Wow.
Dolphins versus Jets.
I know who I'm picking. The Jets, man. We gonna win. Teddy Bridgewater.
I'm definitely taking the Dolphins. Teddy Bridgewater is getting the Jets out the way. Like
Okay.
I don't know why he said that. But it's Teddy Bridgewater with Tyreek, Waddle, and their defense. I'm taking the Dolphins.
I'm taking the Dolphins, and I think I'm gonna put money on that.
Go ahead.
On who?
On the Dolphins.
Not like.
Oh, who
Come
you want?
on. Yeah, like what's wrong with this nigga?
Shit. Bears versus Vikings. I'm gonna take the Vikings on this one.
I'm taking the Vikings as well because I think the high-powered offense, even with as bad as Kirk Cousins is consistently, he can get the job done against. Hold on, wait. I'm not doing that yet. Where are they playing?
Playing at the Vikings. They're playing at the Metrodome. Oh, not Metrodome.
It's the Soldier?
No, I forgot their name of their stadium.
They're playing.
It doesn't matter. If the Vikings are home, I'll take Vikings.
The Bears fucking suck.
The Bears suck.
Vikings. They can only run the ball.
The Bears do suck, but when they play at home, Soldier Field is a different type of
They
vibe.
can only run the ball. They fucking suck. The 2 wins they got. I can't believe they didn't have to win.
Titans versus Commanders. The Titans be the ones to lose games.
Titans, they do be losing.
They be losing
games
dumbass
this.
games like
But
this.
I'm taking the Titans because Derrick Henry is hungry. The King is hungry.
Where is it at?
So it's in Washington.
Washington's not that good at stopping the run either.
I'm actually taking the Commanders because their secondary sucks, the Titans. And I feel like finally Carson Wentz will be able to throw the fucking ball to someone and have time to throw the ball to someone. Commanders, man.
I'm not mad at that pick at all.
I'm not mad at your pick at all.
I'm not mad at the pick.
At all. Because I feel like the Titans would be the ones to lose a game.
I do think the Commanders
definitely.
will
So
lose.
I'm going with Commanders. If I'm a betting man, I'm going to go with Commanders. Seahawks versus Saints. Ooh, the battle of the QBs. Which QBs is going to fuck up less?
I think this game.
Yeah, niggas been talking Jameis.
Jameis is not hurt.
Oh.
He's hurt.
It's Carson Palmer.
It's Carson.
It's Andy Dalton.
Andy one of them dumbass Bengals. It's Andy Dalton, bro. Like, I didn't say the wrong
TCU,
fucking
man.
Bengals. Sorry, guys, but I'm gonna be honest, bro.
I got the Seahawks.
I got the Saints.
I got the Saints. Yeah, they're getting DK. Nice though. Nah, I got the Saints though.
49ers versus Panthers.
49ers, bro. Let's not even waste our time.
It doesn't even matter if Baker had a good fucking offense. The 49ers defense strap.
Okay, we'll move on because y'all know who I got. Because I'm
But we're not moving. Oh, you got the 49ers.
Yeah, I got
Okay,
the
yeah.
49ers. Wow, the Eagles versus the Cardinals.
There you go. Nope. You don't get the top. You don't get the top.
Who? You want me to
You don't
go?
get the
Nah, I
top.
was just pointing my way.
So look.
Can I tell you how I think it goes?
You want to talk crazy, but the Eagles have problems with niggas that play that
Dynamic.
You feel me?
Dynamic offenses.
Play, not just dynamic, but people that have the offenses that can play. What do we used to call it?
People who extend plays.
Yeah, but it's a word for it. But fuck the word right now. I'm getting lit. But those offenses that know how to extend plays, like my boy Kyler Murray, you know what I mean, him being Super Mario, it gives the Eagles problems because they tend to ball watch for a little second and it gives big plays away. So I think that'll be a problem with them. And Jalen Hurts is really good, but the offense has to give me a bad week. And I do believe with the Cardinals front seven, this is the week. Even with injuries or whatever the fuck they got.
I actually wanted to speak first because that's exactly what I was going to say. I do think that the Cardinals offense is going to be a little bit too dynamic for the Eagles. And
I feel like got him 2 weeks early. They got him 2 weeks later with D Hop back.
Yeah.
You know what time
I do think Darius Slay's going to still have a good game, you know what I'm saying, and shut down.
Is Darius Slay chasing Hollywood this game? Or do you think the Eagles don't respect Hollywood enough for him to actually chase him around? Just opinion, I just want to hear it before it happens. Do you think?
No,
you don't think he chases him?
I don't think
right?
he chases him. No, I don't think he chases him.
Wait, who y'all picking, bro?
I got the Cardinals, bro.
I think this is the week the Cardinals get a dub over them.
The Eagles are gonna win because The Cardinals' offensive line is shitty, and it's just gonna be just like the Rams game where Aaron Donald and that defensive line were running all over the Cardinals defense, and Kyler Murray is not gonna be able to do anything, not be able to pass anybody, and the Eagles are gonna dominate them physically. The Eagles win. They probably win by 2 scores. It's gonna look like a Vikings game all over again. Eagles win. 5-0.
I don't think the Eagles' defensive line is that fast and elusive.
That defensive line is crazy.
The defensive line is very talented. I don't think their defensive line is that fast and elusive other than Sweat. What's his name? Dude from 757?
I don't know. I'm not from there.
Yeah, but 757 guy, Darshan guy,
I saw him on Reddit.
I can't remember his name at the moment, but I believe he's the only athletic defensive lineman that's able to chase Kyler Murray. Other than him, I don't honestly believe they'll have many opportunities to just drop Kyler Murray on the ground. He'll get his chances to throw the ball away, scramble, and how the defense is the Eagles' defense is set up. I think he'll be able to make plays. Zach Ertz is gonna have a big game. This is one of those games like, hey, I know
Zach
you guys.
Ertz and AJ Green will have to show up.
I know exactly. Yes.
Look who we're putting your trust in. Hollywood Brown, AJ Green, and Zach Ertz.
It's worked before.
Distributed the correct way and correctly and evenly. That shit can happen.
All right, bro. Y'all got the Cardinals, bro.
All right, nigga.
It is what it is.
All right, nigga. You gonna put money on it or something?
Not with you.
Not FanDuel.
This ain't even what?
I'll give you the odds.
Y'all tripping. I'll take 14.5. They're 4-0. I'll get good odds. You want to take the 14.5 spread?
Bro, the odds are good my way now. They're plus.
Mm-hmm.
The spread is not 14.5.
Okay, so do you want to take it?
I might have to.
No, I'm taking plus 14.5 though.
Yeah.
So
I might have to take the minus 14.5 and get the plus spread. I might have to.
If you're with the shits, what's up?
I might have to.
Cowboys versus Rams. I had to do something about this. Fuck. I'm gonna go out on a whim and say that the Cowboys win. I feel like we will be able to pressure.
Are you fucking kidding me? I won't even let this motherfucker finish talking. I'm happy he called. I'm not agreeing with you, Mike. Fuck the bullshit. Let's just be real here. I didn't even get to finish. I know you get no
devil's
finish.
advocate.
Yo, you play devil's advocate after I tell you you're a fucking ridiculous man.
Right,
you know how injured your line is. You want to put them against Aaron Donald. You're a fucking crazy man. Aaron Donald, Bobby Wagner, Jalen Ramsey.
Fucking crazy.
You're a crazy man. Cooper Rush has been doing well, but like we've said before, he hasn't really had a challenging defense to play against. Rams defense hasn't played well, but this is the perfect chance for them to show. You know what I mean? That they're good. Yeah. Just like they did, was it week 2 where Jalen Ramsey got his opportunity to be like, I don't know, man, was it against the Falcons? This is one of those chances right here. That's what I'm saying. That's how I feel. I don't care who you was picking. No, I think you picked the Cowboys. You already picked the Cowboys. You already said the name. So you try to switch up like you do.
I am gonna go with, you know what I'm saying, I feel like
okay, you picked the Cowboys, bro. Just move on.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like we'll be able to run the ball. Similar to how
run?
Yes. Run? Yes, nigga. Scooby-Doo ass looks like nah. But yeah, I do think we're gonna be able to run the ball a little bit against these niggas because we have a dynamic duo. And hopefully, you know, play the play action and be able to get pressure on what's this guy name?
Stafford?
Matthew
Stafford.
Just a Super Bowl quarterback.
You feel me? And so with that being said, I think it's a slim game. It's gonna be a close one, but we win 21-23.
See, it's just primed for the Rams to just have a bounce back game. It's literally just primed. I was gonna pick the Cowboys before I came in here. I was like, the Cowboys can win a close run. But I'm not gonna get caught up, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let myself get caught up in what the 49ers normally use the Rams. They always dominate the Rams.
They always do dominate the Rams.
Except for the big one. But yeah, Rams bounce back. It's in LA. There'll probably be more Cowboys fans in the building than fucking LA Ram fans, but the Rams, I gotta take the Rams.
Bengals versus Ravens.
I was gonna pick the Bengals before I came in here also, but I'm taking the Ravens. They're gonna win their first home game in the last 6 games.
Explain.
Explain. I believe in Lamar more. I feel like I don't trust the Bengals offense. I mean, not offense. I trust the Bengals skilled players. I don't trust the Bengals defensive line. I mean, not defensive line, but offensive line. See? That's why I gotta stop drinking that Espanol. But, yeah, and I feel like the Ravens defense will actually step up this game and be able to. They're not going to be able to stop the Bengals, but they're going to be able to slow them down. And obviously, I'm going with Lamar. Lamar, you got MVP. You're going to show out this game. You're going to do what they did against the Bills, and this time they're not going to relinquish the lead.
All I'm going to say is I do feel like we get that pressure that you need on players like Joe Burrow who like to sling the ball. So if he's ready to make a mistake, we're ready to make a play. And that's how I feel. But the only difference is if he remembers that Jamar Chase is unguardable. Because this season so far, he seems to fucking forgot that shit sometimes. It's like, hey, if I get in trouble, let me just hit Jamar Chase. He's done a good job of making sure you don't get the ball picked off and always fights for completion. So it's like the ball game is in Joe Burrow's hand, and the Joe Burrow we've gotten so far this season is like the rock that's on his shoulder is just a bit too big.
Both teams are 2-2.
It's a big game.
Both teams are 2-2. Assuming that no one ties, somebody's gonna have to go 2-3, and the people that go 2-3 will be the Bengals. I think the way that the
whole pod's on the Bengals. I mean, on the Ravens.
Yeah. So very much surprising.
Nah, I might have to switch.
You're not going to get a chance to switch. That's why we made you go
the
first.
The Ravens have to bounce back after a loss like that. Too many close losses, too many close calls.
Because it'll definitely be a close game. So we'll see who bounce out.
Game. So, but I think, you know what I'm saying, I feel like Lamar and the defense rally the troops and they don't relinquish. They get the pressure on fucking Joe Burrow, and then they make plays. And then they don't give Joe Burrow time for it to like I'm talking about possession of the ball, possession of time, you know what I'm saying? I feel like.
Well, that's why you have players like Gus Edwards.
Yeah.
Like I said, we've been missing players like Gus Edwards. So you have Justice Hill and what's it called, J.K. Dobbins, who are both, I would say, outside the tackle running backs. Now you have Gus Edwards, who you run inside the tackle, and that what causes plays to be what? You know what I mean? Keep the clock running. Now you get first downs and you keep the clock running.
Right.
So our running game will be a lot more effective. Not having a power running back has hurt our running game because you can have over 100 yards every game, but if you're running the ball and it's not wasting time, your plays are just to make yards. I mean, that's the gracefulness of running the ball. You're also wasting time so the other offense can't get on the field. But we haven't really been getting those because we've been running a lot of outside zone and RPO, which leads to outside zone. So when you do that with good players like Gus Edwards, you give the offense a better chance of wasting time and not letting players like Joe Burrow finish games.
Last but not least.
What do you mean?
Last but not least.
I am a Joe Burrow guy. Big Joe Burrow guy.
Big Joe.
Last but not least, the Raiders versus
Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
The Raiders secondary is ass.
The Chiefs.
I don't need to think about it. I don't feel like that needs to be.
I'm going with the hold on.
Chiefs.
Who's at home?
It doesn't matter.
The Chiefs are at home.
It does not.
It looks like the Raiders are at home. They're on top. I'm going with the Raiders. It's like, no. The bottom teams is at home.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm still going with the Raiders. I'm going with the Raiders. The Raiders DBs are not nice. That rookie, if he thinks he's about to guard Devontae Adams, he has a long night in front of him.
The Chiefs.
I mean,
the
the
Chiefs
Chiefs.
defense.
The Chiefs. You said the
Raiders. You said the Raiders.
I'm going with the Raiders.
Yeah, you're going with the Raiders. You said the Raiders DBs.
Oh, I thought I said the rookie.
No, you
said but the Raiders
Okay,
DB.
you're right.
Rookie.
My bad. The Chiefs rookie DB, if he thinks he's gonna have a great time with Devontae, he has a long day in front of him. I don't think anybody can stand in front of Devontae Adams, and we just need Derek Carr to get his mind right. The game is not in. Me personally, I don't think Patrick Mahomes plays too well versus great defenses. He's obviously a playmaker, but great defenses do give him a problem. So at the end of the day, if your offense is able to make plays, you'll win the game. And I think Derek Carr can make enough plays to win the game. Before anybody comes in there, because obviously Tom Brady can make enough good plays. The Chiefs defense played very well that game, and I don't got them playing that well consistently, personally. And I'm going with the outliner, the Raiders over the Chiefs, fuck the rest of you guys. That's gonna be the game that gets me over the hill.
You think the Raiders have a good defense?
No.
Oh,
I don't think the Raiders have a good defense, but I do think that front seven has also been not that front seven, but front sevens have always been Patrick Mahomes' weakness. If you can have a good front seven to make him think fast and make a mistake, he's a circus player. He's gonna make circus plays. So if you make him think too fast, you have a good opportunity of winning the game. That's your best opportunity to win the game because at the end of the day, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the game.
all right, man.